This woman baptized her son in a satanic temple. But then God speaks to this woman through a man and says this.
I met the father of my children in a trip I took to Puerto Rico. We started dating. A couple months later, I got pregnant, so I went to live with him. Their beliefs are more in the Satanism, so witches and warlocks. So when my son is born, because of their beliefs, they asked me to baptize him in a satanic temple, which I know now is a satanic temple, but I didn't know back then. And I see coming into my room this big, dark shadow. But at the other corner of my room, there was this light. And when I was laying down, I was like, I'm supposed to pray. Let me just call on Jesus. I was gonna put my hands together. My hands froze. When I was gonna say something, I just felt like someone muffled me and my whole body just froze, what we call sleep paralysis. I sat in my bedroom at night. I opened up the Bible and I started praying and I said, Lord, if you have a purpose for me, if you created me, if I'm here for a reason, I need to know because I'm lost. I'm depressed. I can't sleep. 6 months later, we had a lot of issues with his family, so we decided to come back to the United States. When I come back to the United States, I start working at a Colombian bakery. And so happened that the owner of the Colombian bakery, he was a Christian. And I remember every time he used to talk about Jesus, I used to be in awe. I remember vividly, he told me about the resurrection of Jesus. And when he told me about the resurrection of Jesus, I was in awe and I said, Jesus came back to life on the third day? And this man started crying and weeping. And I thought I did something wrong. And I said, oh my God, what did I do wrong? He said, I'm so sorry. It's just, I didn't know that there's still people out there who don't know Jesus. So I remember one time my boss, he came up to me and said, hey, I want to ask you a question. And I said, yes. And he said, I see in the spirit your son in a cage. And then he asked me, is there any type of prayer upon him? Because I keep seeing him in this cage in the spirit. And I was like, well, I baptized him in a satanic temple. And when I told this man this, he was like, oh my God. He gave me a little prayer. He wrote it down and he said, plead the blood of Jesus over your son and pray for him every night. And I did this consistently for about a week. My son started walking. It was like he came back to life. And to me, it was like, wow, like it was the first time that I ever saw firsthand, like, wow, the power of Jesus. And my life never was the same after that night.